Oh man, what an episode. What a series. What a series, seriously. I just got done watching episode 6 of Oshi No Ko, and I just wanted to come on here and just talk about a lot of things, but more specifically, talk about the character of Akane and just how this series, this author, this manga perfectly encaptured the dangers of cancel culture, mob mentality, better than I've seen any other media really tackle. So, of course, if you haven't seen the episode already, please, I implore you, check this episode out. Do not let me ruin this for you because this on its own, Oshi No Ko is a beautiful, beautiful series, but this episode almost served like a mini story of the effects that online can have on people, and it's set up beautifully. So let me take you from the top. So episode 6 honestly starts off very wholesome, very fluffy. It's just Ruby and Kana trying to think of a name, trying to make a name for themselves. And then you see this buff dude with the chicken mask come out of nowhere. And the reason why I bring up this little part of the episode is because it sets up beautifully, almost a foreshadow on its own episode, what's to come in the rest of the episode. So pretty much Kana and Ruby are like messing around and like talking, and Kana basically brings up that Ruby ego surfs and that 9 out of 10 idols do that. So ego surf, I guess, is just basically searching up your own name on Twitter or Google or Instagram or whatever to see what people say about you. And I guess Ruby has been looking things up like, oh, Ruby cute, Ruby whatever. But since she's not known yet, no one's really talking about her. And when I first saw that, I was like, okay, that's funny. Like, maybe this is just setting up that Ruby will one day look herself up and a bunch of people are going to be talking a bunch of crazy stuff about her, like good things. But I did not expect that they were basically setting up the second act of this episode. And it cuts to Akane. And the craziest part is Akane has been in the series ever since Aqua started the dating show, but they masterfully put her in the background. Like, yeah, they'll show her with her little notebook, with her little like, oh, trying to find out stuff, but they purposely put her in the background in Oshi No Ko to show that she was in the background of the dating show. So like she was a double background character. And when she was first introduced, honestly, I thought she was just gonna be like the know-it-all smart girl. I didn't think she was gonna have such a crazy, deep story arc. Now, before I get into it, please, I do want to throw a little warning. If you're sensitive to topics like suicide, self-harm, just anything that has to do with that, please stay away from this episode, and stay away probably from the series. Honestly, I'm only in episode 6, but I'm sure it's gonna get crazier. So yeah, just keep that in mind. There is some sensitive topics in this video as well as in the series, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's start with Akane as a character. She is someone that wants to make it big in some fashion. I believe she's an actor, or she just wants to be in the entertainment business. However, I feel like her character is someone that a lot of people can relate to, where she has the knowledge. She knows in theory on paper how to be big. She knows in theory on paper how to present yourself in a way that will be dramatic and will be like people will keep their eyes on them. But she's very, very book smart, and she's not very like street smart. You know what I mean? Like, she knows on paper what to do, but her personality, she's very shy, she's very reserved, she's very anxious, she overthinks probably like every little thing. Akane is the type of character that when she gets her McDonald's order and it's not what she ordered, she's like, whatever, I'm eating this, I don't care. Oh, they forgot the ketchup, that's crazy, I'm eating dry fries. Like, you know what I mean? She's just very, very reserved individual, but she knows what she needs to do to not be. It's just, her personality, just the way she is probably holding her back because she's just very anxious. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people, myself included, I'm awkward as hell. I am so awkward. I'm so timid. I might not come across that way in the videos, but that's because I'm talking to a literal machine. I'm talking to a microphone. If this video got 10 views and I had to say this in a room of 10 people, I would be swelled up, and I think that's what Akane is feeling. That's the type of person she is. But besides that, despite all that, she's like, nah, I'm breaking that away. I am making a presence for myself. The series is nearing its finale, or whatever. Everyone is getting the spotlight except for me. I need to step up and do something great. Now, when you think about reality TV, what's the first thing that everybody says? Oh, it's staged. Oh, it's fake drama. I mean, Jersey Shore, they were like pulling each other's hair every episode, right? So Akane had the idea that, hey, maybe this sells. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. And one of the producers, I believe it was just like a cameraman or maybe a writer, basically they gave her the idea of, hey, stealing Nobuyuki from Yuki. That's kind of funny. Nobuyuki Yuki, right? Because they had this whole little love plot going on, and then she's like, okay, that makes sense. So she starts off very slowly, just trying little things like, hey, come with me, whatever, and it doesn't really make that big of a buzz. Again, Akane starts ego surfing and looking herself up, and maybe one or two things pop up, and it's mostly like, she's in this show, I forgot, and then what happens is her manager gets bombarded by, I'm assuming, like a producer or just like a higher up in the franchise. And basically he's like, dude, we're gonna drop her if you don't, like, if she doesn't make a presence. Like, she's basically losing money. She got chosen and she's not taking advantage of her opportunity. So now Kane's like, okay, I'm not even doing myself dirty, I'm doing my manager dirty, I'm doing my team dirty. Like, people are relying on me, I have to do this. And then the big scene happens, and honestly, it's not even that crazy. Okay, this is the craziest part, and I feel like the reason why what she did wasn't super crazy, but she still got the backlash that she did, just goes to show how crazy obsessive these fans could be and how hateful people could be online. So okay, let me start. So pretty much Akane, literally all she does is slap Yuki. I think the show doesn't really show it that well, but I'm assuming it was like a slap. But she accidentally cut Yuki's cheek like very lightly because she had like a bedazzled heart on her nail, and that makes everybody go, cut, no, she's a model, oh my god, you're gonna cut her face, you're gonna blah, blah. And I was expecting Yuki to snap. Okay, I was expecting Yuki to go absolutely wild on Akane, but no. Yuki hugged her, said, dude, Photoshop, cap cut, no problem, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. But you know who wasn't okay with it? The internet. And this starts, I want to say, like the last 10 minutes of the episode is such a heavy watch. And I would imagine was a heavy read as well. I haven't read the manga, but I'm assuming it was a heavy read. So pretty much Akane's like, okay, this sucks, I accidentally hit her, I'm so sorry, sucks. And people start flaming her. They're going, why did you do this? What are you doing? Why did you hit Yuki? What are you trying to make a present for yourself? And then not only are they just hating on the slap, then this is what I mean by toxic, just like, this is what I mean by this mob mentality. People just started attacking her character. They said, oh, you're ugly. Literally go die, like death threats. Why are you even here? Like, it's not even like, hey, why did you slap her? That was weird. Hey, why are you trying to make a presence even though this whole time you're in the background? No. They went beyond that. They went beyond what she did on the show, and they just started attacking her directly, calling her ugly, saying that she doesn't deserve to live, saying all these things. And can you imagine? Just for a slap on a character on a show that, yes, it's a reality TV, but at the end of the day, do people really think that's not scripted? And the hate just goes on, and dude, Akane is so upset, and you can see it in her face. She opens up her phone, she does what any kind-hearted individual would do. She hops on Twitter and goes, you know what, guys, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It was a mistake. Like, her best of her ability, she apologizes, and that just adds more fuel to the fire. People, again, death threats, telling her that she shouldn't be on the show, just these mean, horrible, mean-spirited stuff. And the crazy part is, it's realistic. This is what actually happens. This whole idea of like oh, cancel culture and like mom mentality and stuff. I bet you so many of those people that were tweeting at her didn't even watch the show. They probably watched like a clip or something of her doing it, or like they just heard it, like, I don't know, on the subway or something, and they were like, oh, you know what? I'm like 14 years old. I go to middle school, I'm just a regular person. Let me go and tell someone online to end their lives. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what happened to her. And the crazy part is, and this happens in real life as well, which is why I'm thinking that this is a masterful depiction of the effects that this has on people. These people, for them, it's just picking up their device, typing out a few words, and moving on. They don't think about it. They don't think, hey, how will this affect her? They don't actually really realize what their words are doing. And I want to tell you this, 99.9% of those people, if they went to Akane and in her face, they wouldn't say a damn thing. They wouldn't say a damn thing. Because what's the main audience of this show? Middle schoolers and high schoolers, right? What middle schooler, what 13-year-old do you know that would legitimately go up to a human being and tell them end their lives and mean it? Like, so mean spirited, right? And I know there's something like, oh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare lobbies and stuff, but again, that's all online. People can put such a facade online. They don't care what they're saying online because they don't actually see the repercussions of their actions. But we, as a viewer, me and you, saw Akane break down, drop her phone. Her eyes got all like upset. She literally thought, this is over. This is the end for me. And I really didn't want it to happen. I was really, really, really hoping that this scene didn't happen, and it kind of did, but it kind of didn't. You see Akane take a walk, and I knew this was going to happen by this point, on a bridge, and she's standing on the railing and looking down. I'm choking up just thinking about it again because it was such a crazy scene. And I really thought this was the end. I was like, I could die. I'm sure Akane is probably about to die right now. But no. Last minute, the boy Aqua hugs her and says, I'm here. I'm not your enemy. I'm here. So this it. I paused it. That's the end of the episode. I haven't seen episode 7. I don't know if Akane's story arc is going to continue. But I just wanted my immediate afterthoughts. Literally, like, I just finished the episode afterthoughts on episode 6. It is probably, save episode 1, the most emotional episode of this series, and one of the most emotional episodes I've seen that tackles such a unique problem that we have, that we face. A lot of the adults, especially a lot of like the elderly people, that was not a thing. Like, yeah, I'm sure they got hate, like celebrities were hated on since day one, in the bars and stuff. But this is such a unique problem that is happening to us, to the younger generation, and it will honestly probably only get worse. And this is the first media, and honestly, if there's more media out there that covers this type of stuff, I would love to know. I'm just curious, but this is the first one that I've seen that really handles, and the entire series like really handles the background of the show business. Kind of shows like not everything is just peaches, everybody's happy. Idols make peanuts, people get told to end their lives over the littlest things. Like, this stuff is very real. And I think Akane as a character, and really, like, it wasn't even a thing where like she was doing something crazy. All she did was try to slap, just really, she tried to give the people what they wanted, and in return they gave her so much evil. And that just breaks my heart, because I'm like, okay, yeah, Aqua saved her. She's probably snapped down and said, oh man, what was I about to do? Like, I'm so glad I didn't do that. But I want her to continue. I want her to continue pursuing her dreams. So I really hope she's able to turn this around and just kind of like move on from this. But the thing is, it's so hard, because yes, she could turn it around. Like, she herself could be like, okay, I'm moving past the hate. But are people really gonna just be like, oh, okay, that's fine, we forgive you? Like, people can be so hateful, and now that she has this public image, she has this like this target on her forehead of, hey, hate me, it's okay to hate me. Like, it almost makes you feel like people are just looking for someone to hate, a reason to be mean. And I feel like they just chose Akane just for the littlest thing on a show that isn't even popular like that. Like, yeah, maybe it was like a few hundred viewers. Like, I don't even know how popular that show was, but it wasn't even that crazy. And you're telling someone to end their lives over it? Oh god damn, dude, that episode was crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, just a little quick character discussion and just kind of not analysis because I'm not smart like that, but yeah. Akane, what a wonderful character. Honestly, became one of my top 3 characters. I support you from over here. I support you from the human realm. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, more Oshi No Ko videos coming soon. I want to do an Aqua character discussion next. So yeah, just keep stay tuned for that. But damn, what an episode.